Cerulean.
You have much to answer for.
It isn't over between us, brother.
And welcome back. This is our Division 1 state championship between Cerulean from Omaha Westside and JamesIsShado from Omaha Westside. So, how very convenient. Let's see. I had to restart Hearthstone. Let's see. Oh, they do show me the cards. Oh, thank goodness. Here we go. Looks like Cerulean with a new deck that I have not seen before. It is a Demon Hunter deck. And JamesIsShado going a Druid deck. Bring out a nice little 2-3 taunt. Goes ahead and runs his Razor Boar into the devouring, into the taunt, getting rid of it. Looks like JamesIsShado bringing out the Impactor Drone Mule. Battle Cry, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it a Divine Shield. So that Divine Shield, he'll go ahead and pop that off and bring out a Sneaky Adventurer. Goes ahead and equips a weapon. Demon Claws. We'll draw 2 more cards, activating the Outcast feature, and take it to face. Demon Hunter being the newest character class in Hearthstone. All the rest of them started. All the rest of the character class were there in the beta. JamesIsShado buffing out all of his guys. But Cerulean, with several cards in hand, brings out the Renowned Performer with Rush. And we'll go ahead, use the last little bit of his weapon. JamesIsShado, quite the health lead and board. Going to Arbor up. Get rid of the 2 little 1/1 taunts. Bringing out the Fell Rattler. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. And, of course, the Razor Boar. And Demon Claws it out. Goes ahead and takes the damage to the face. I don't know if that was the wisest thing, because with all the character buffs JamesIsShado can do, he is and does have lethal, and JamesIsShado will take game 1 with his Druid deck against Cerulean's Demon Hunter deck. And welcome back. This is our Division 1 state championship between Cerulean from Omaha Westside and JamesIsShado from Omaha Westside. So JamesIsShado will be forced to choose a different deck. Cerulean can choose any deck, but as long as JamesIsShado does not do... Oh, a Warlock deck. I have not seen a Warlock deck yet today, so this is exciting. Looks like Cerulean is going to do the standard Warrior Pirate Quest deck. And the Warlock is going to do the Warlock Questline deck. This just recently got slightly nerfed within the last patch, but it's still a very good, very viable deck. So Cerulean is looking to play Pirates, whereas JamesIsShado is looking to deal damage to himself. Warlocks are very good at dealing damage to themselves and then gaining it back. Their hero power being draw a card and take 2 damage. But the Warlock cards are usually good enough that the 2 damage isn't necessarily that big of a detriment to the deck, as JamesIsShado thinking with 3 mana, several options. And we'll go ahead and life tap. He's going to play the coin, which will give him an extra mana, and bring out the mana feeder Panthara for extra card draw. Bring out the Defiance Cannoneer. Goes ahead and clears the board, leaving himself with a very strong board. He has completed, Cerulean has completed the first part of his quest, gaining the Outrider's Axe. We'll see what JamesIsShado is doing. He's not in a bad place, but it's still looking a little concerning, but nothing too major yet. Figuring out what he would like to do. He will go ahead and kill the creature and gain himself an extra 4 life. Bringing out the Sword Eater, equipping a 3/2 sword, and will go ahead and attack, which will proc the Defiance Cannoneer to deal an extra 4 damage and 3. That was quite the turn. 3 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage worth. 6 of the 4, 5, 6, 7 of the damage being just the Defiance Cannoneer. JamesIsShado bringing out and the Grimoire Sacrifice to deal 3 damage to all enemy minions to clear the board. Also drawing a card. He has 2 mana left. We'll see what he does. Thinking about it. Now's where about 14 health. You start to deal 3 damage to your hero. Return 2 friendly minions that died to your hand. And that'll be enough to proc the first part of the quest. Deals 3 damage and then gains lifesteal. He'll go ahead and bring out the mana feeder. Brings out Shiver Me Timber, dealing 5 damage to a minion. Giving your hero +2 attack. And another pirate. You're going to go ahead and armor up. Deal the 5 damage right to the face. And another 2 more, proccing threatening lethal. With only 3 damage, with only 3 health left. He cannot life tap unless there's absolutely nothing he can play. He needs to bring up a taunt, gain a bunch of health. All minions take double damage for himself or Morog, the Artificer. He will go ahead and draw. He will go ahead and tap. As they both exchange pleasantries, JamesIsShado goes ahead and chooses death on his own terms. Cerulean taking game number 2. As this great match will go ahead and push to a 3rd match of a winner-take-all.
But now it's Flufster's turn, and his person Fremont has just attacked Darkbox directly. And now Flufster uses his up to hero power. 4 damage to Darkbox. And now he's
Now!
Cerulean goes back to his Demon Hunter deck. JamesIsShado taking a rogue deck. Find the imposter. It is a quest rogue. Cerulean with his Demon Hunter just go ahead and hero powering. Your next combo card costs 2 less. You will swindle and draw a spell and a minion with a combo. Alright, Cerulean going to go ahead and coin out. Ooh, the Death's Head Cultist. Nice little 2/4 taunt. And you restore 4 health to your hero when you die. Kind of a nice standard. Lots of cards for JamesIsShado. Going to go ahead and play the SI7 Skulker. And the SI7 Extortion, dealing 3 damage to go ahead and proc the first part of his quest, gaining a Spy Gizmo. That would be a random card. Would be the Spy Gizmo. He goes ahead and clears out the rest of the board. Devouring Ectoplasm being played on the side of Cerulean's Demon Hunter deck. Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 adventurer with a random bonus effect. What that means is when this creature dies, whatever is stuck inside of it gets let out and gives a nice bonus effect. Looks like JamesIsShado going to play the Spy-O-Matic. Battlecry, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and put one on top. So he gets to choose one of these 3 cards to put on top. And I'm not quite sure which one it is. SI7 Agent going to go ahead and combo, dealing 2 damage. Oh, this has Poisonous. So the SI7 Extortion, very good play. You don't want a card left out that has Poisonous. It can kill anything and everything by just dealing 1 damage to it. Here we go. The third part of the quest line going to come out. The Renowned Performer going to go ahead, run in the SI7 Agent, leaving out 2 little 1/1 taunts. The SI7 Skulker with Self and the SI7 Assassin combo to destroy a random enemy minion. And he is already to the end of his quest line with Spymaster Scabs. He goes ahead and clears the board. Mistakes were made. So we'll see what happens. Another Death's Head Cultist trying to stave off. Death Rattle. Draw a Death Rattle minion with the Tusk Piercer. He goes ahead and deals 2 damage to that. Probably a very good play. Here comes Spymaster Scabs. The 7/7 and add 1 of each Spy Gizmo. Brings out the SI7 Assassin, which will go ahead and combo to get rid of that, giving him 4 life, but a super strong board. And things are not looking good for Cerulean at this point. JamesIsShado at a very strong place. We'll see what Cerulean does. Goes ahead and goes fishing. Pulls a card. Thinking about it. Gonna go ahead and I-Beam. Dealing 3 damage, gaining 3 life. The Fell Rattler, which has Rush, and then Death Rattle deals 1 damage to everything. We'll go ahead and put Face there, go there, and dealing 1 damage to everything, but still leaving the 9/6 Spymaster Scabs. Very good play, though, by Cerulean, getting rid of most of the board by JamesIsShado. Very good play. Oh, gives him a well-played Wicked Stab for 4 damage, and another 3 from the weapon, and that will be the series. JamesIsShado as your state champion over Cerulean over his teammate Cerulean, both of them from Westside. Congratulations to both players.